museum doesn't have any signs.
Different because she
ครับผมวิดีโอหน่อยครับ
But now they might not commit to your funding, but if they like it, they
also in kind of collaboration to make it more attractive for the locals.
ขออนุญาตนะครับผม
that we did. So we had more activities to come. For example,
Okay, then finally challenges or concerns and overcomes.
โอเคครับสักครู่นะครับผมขออนุญาต
also within ASEAN as well. But what we really want to see is those brilliant eyes at the
we just put something that will reliable.
Last one, it's a teamwork. It's a they can activities at the outside the museum.
Okay, thank you.
thank you very much.
Present about the assessment, the supporter.
We are
ได้นะครับผม
using that little activity, we can expand it to something else. Once we
To display or to make exhibition of Lansang Kingdom period.
Everyone, good afternoon, our esteemed guests, our funders, potential funding release. So, and the visitors of national museums, but I have no idea how we can help. And she mentioned that
Like to get the collaboration from the Basta Area 4 in Thai's Apator.
With the modern exhibitions from not only in a single place, but the Ministry of the Research, Science, Technology and Higher Education behind it. So we are going to make
to find out whether it will work or not, we need a landing page or what you call prototype for this on.
Based science or whatever that is integrated with whatever curriculum that is going on. But this
and we also gonna have another time of the Mythbuster.
Engaging via a web page or any IT tool.
ยัดกล้องนี้ก่อนนะครับมองกล้องครับผม1 2 1 2
So in trend with young generation, and basically the whole idea is to increase number.
In the competition, it's a history score is a lower.
population, because the people who get involved will be quite a lot. And what is so different, like about
we have 3 level of representative. Alright. Please, 5 minutes, time start.
That they are very kind and they give us a lot of opportunities. And
As well. And we will target on those people and
What can we do more than this?
only for kids, but from kids to 18 group as well. And also we will try to
But in the science project like that, because they love history. Yeah.
Because they're all flattened, pressed, and dried. Okay, a little bit about experience. I found that generally or university students
fair and every year, especially in university. university. We're gonna not every in university.
This is a platform that gives us the opportunity to really discuss, because I asked her.
We keep that for next time, all right? Because if we do it this time, you will not come back next time.
Activity in the museum. And first is a kids challenge. I think Vietnam is one of the.
Good morning.
Morning, Dr. Apia.
Yes, nice to see you again.
If the communication is done in a nice way, with the historical facts as well.
The students also give us a good feedback. They said it's fun, it's interesting, and they learn something activity for their students. And if we have it at any time, they wanted to bring their students back.
Funding agency. So what we need from you is actually a seed grant, so that we can start this platform. Through your help,
Enhancement of educational activity and SDG.
About the aging society as well.
yes. The government will not spend a lot of money to really how do they build this to sustain this kind of partnership, this kind of activity. We need the second P, which is a platform.
I would say this is the last quarter of the workshop, and like most of you look so happy that it's reaching the end of the workshop.
University could do the S&T fairs and product show, and also national conference. So other technological set on the S&T, so that we have the very challenges issue on S&T case.
Academy organize is a activity, not a program. Program is very big. So activity is a.
The prize should not be in cash, but it should be something like they gain by having visit.
This kind of very productive activity wherein curators, researchers, scientists are working together to find innovation.
Cost lots of money, she said, but because I don't know much about this in detail, but we can discuss it.
And feasible way for us. And looking back also what are the resources we have now.
They discuss with their friends and they follow what are we explaining using the scientific evidences. And
The work is on microbial research to science leadership.
Proud of you.
The option to make a roadshow, and because we share the same this cultural
From the science creators, and we need IT developers and what you call system developers.
To put the very valuable, how can I say, to put the
ASEAN, the Thai Young Scientists Academy. So June last year. This is only one
because of the lack of interesting events. Because sometimes museum we need a change. We need to update our
natural history. Because the National Museum of Natural History in the Philippines, the main theme is biodiversity. Okay.
We didn't have any money, we didn't have a lot of people to work on it. So we've been thinking, so what we can do without.
And the set is, yes, the science museum is different, so they are not linked.
In the aging society, then many of locals to were closed due to the low.
So since it's hard to put up a new science museum, we thought of just incorporating exhibitions.
Before? Is it true?
This group, which can be enabled by this platform. Again, hopefully within a year we will launch this and
also we will have the stakeholder participation, especially.
Now we have three distinguished panelists to give you comments. And may I say,
country And the second is the potential and solution. It's a take part in the project by
make that more temporary exhibitions, something like that. And the last one, challenges will be digital culture.
Interest to further their career in science later on, and also to help out, like, you know, there's one thing, there is a lack of this gap between scientists and the culture or the history part of it.
For ASEAN scientists and curators and artists with the specific, with the general public.
Yeah. So I should suggest that
we are thinking of, like, you know, secondary school students to be engaged in this competition. So this competition will come in
by the participation of scientists and other museums people, research people. So
in the some activity, for example, in the festivals metal is a topic, and the second
activity of SDG and STI to artifact, right? So we should think it.
Museum of Laos, from scientists, from science community, but not.
We just put it here, like we could sell the idea of this museum of news cartoons to the incubation center, because
the real thing, and then the feeling is go along with the history and the science and the SDGs, right? So we
are meeting each other. They can come up with implementable project proposals, platform to exchange ideas and.
In triple I's contents, interactive in interactive museum, interesting museum, and innovative.
Forward is, like, you know, to really identify the country where we can actually use as a model to kickstart this program, and later on we can actually spread. So as
highest level, so we will get the message to make it the science and technology fair between science.
Branding that we want to put the crease, you know, the crease is the small blade, yeah, for the supply.
Of the activity, we found that we have a good audience engagement throughout the activities. The student looks like they are really listening, and they
Science museums owned by private organizations with expensive entrance fees, hence cannot be accessed by the general public.
Whatever we have in hand, I think that will be more sustained like that. And then it's successful, then we can expand it. Option without any money, what you can do. Because actually we don't have to start big. We can start whatever.
Didn't ask for any money.
We are waiting for that, and we look at the value around 50 or 60. Science and technology display, and it can also encourage the next generation to study science and technology for detail. My colleague built.
That's village have several years, maybe 3 or 500 years history. It's
in museum rather than just walking through the collections. And hopefully the time is still not out.
Okay, thank you. Where we can have a success story to pitch on later on. Yes, thank you.
Any questions or comments?
Singapore situation about science museum. So we have a science center. So it's more like the science museum.
Building, which is open 2 years ago and not open to the public yet because we need funding to.
So we don't teach them very well, so we don't know what will happen in the future. So we have to.
Has said that we also want to get some support, continual support to have this project.
Wanted to have the very good proposal based on our feasibility study of how is the necessary for mix between the new technologies and local wisdom. So there is our benefit to patients.
Less like investment in terms of publishing and more widespread of the house.
The National Science Museum through a personal connection with each Dr. Orakano Kangaksa that everybody knows here. So on that day.
But I'm not from the history of the museum. Now I'm currently the president of Vietnapro, a company.
So sorry, the output will be the output is here. Interactive exhibition. This could be spent.
Petroleum, which is OGDC, and it's not under government, right? And then the second one is we have storage program.
In every university, not in museum, so that we will change the topics, we will change the plan. After we go back, we will
Develop that they become the tourist for tourism. Okay. So
we already have one good example is in Vietnam we have a small village that do a lot of ceramic, and this have something like 4
of the music in the incubation center. It's unique. We can sell this idea to incubation center. We don't do anything, just sell it.
I think it's a main challenge in my museum and almost museum in Vietnam now. And the popular.
We need to find out who are those curators, who are those scientists that are willing to work to a shared goal. And in this case, we focus now on
competition that you need to visit all the science museums to really understand and to help you to win the competition. So the content
from the science. And today I want to introduce every body about the first reasons.
Spending too much money without using too many people and in the team members. And we came up with a mythbuster, a Thai-SAS version of the myth.
Thank you.
Right, so you can see that there's so many ways to raise awareness. Not only
so content is always updated, and the unique features of this is that there is no such thing as an online platform for in this sense to exchange ideas between them.
In dinner yesterday or the day before. Well, I'd like to welcome you once again, and I hope that
and the end benefit is the increasing awareness of science and
incubation centers. So we need the resource, of course, the resource person from science, and the museum need it, but then we also need the money, and then where the incubation.
Yeah, since scientists are from the academia and curators are from museums, so we believe this AEP would be
domestic use. It's a lead, it's a higher. So it's a teacher of the Discoveries Academy. It's explain
about if you want to win this competition, so you need to visit all the science museums. So it's not just probably one science museum. So it depends on the country. So if you have 5 science
in Thailand or in anywhere in ASEAN country, I look forward to that. And please enjoy the forum. Thank you.
Thank you very much. To general public's daily life is actually to have them feel the ownership and engage in the development of contents. So one of the, what we put in is adding that there's no bridge, so this is what we are trying to bridge over here. So therefore our solution is very, very simple, and it doesn't need money at all, and we are leveraging on whatever platform that.
So but actually we can enhance the artifacts. So what we're going to do is we propose a camp in the museum. It's like a science camp in the museum. So what we're going to do is normally when the school breaks, so families don't know where to go, or family goes to holiday. But
or history, right? Only history? History and social science. So instead of having only like history and social science, we are thinking like, we can bring in.
Later on, we will have the exhibition based on our feedback of our participants, especially
Region having the main visitor being the younger generation, right? So we try to be realistic here. So we aim at the children.
Institute that can shape the society. We not only work for the children, but we work for all the ages of our people. And I think science music.
Fascinating. They even put a dinosaur bones. Yeah. But I'm not part of it. I only help a little bit on the plant side because I'm
science and technology into the artifact. But if we just telling them, then they're gonna just listen, and then it's passed through. Maybe it's passed to your right ear, to your left ear.
By having this muscathon, it's a new term that we have created. So it's not just about to increase the visitors to Science Museum, but at the
there's a big transformation about the academy. We set up the new constitution. We revised the call for member processes, and we also
have some of our challenging issues are lack of cooperation among inter-ministry. Because of that, we do not have the S&T fair.
And what do you think? How much the project cost? It's going to be a model for not only for Vietnam but for many countries integrated.
They said if we prepare rather than the right sentence, if we prepare the figure. What do you want to draw now? No, maybe some idea. So for the
You see what is science in it, then you make some activities like do a little experiment to let them know about.
Comparison with the discovery is the academy. It's first of all, I choose the object in the museum.
That has. So, and also engage international collaboration with the scientific and research organizations. So for the winning teams or kids,
policymaker, because they are the very important person to make the public on the participations of our S&T fair.
Visualize
Yeah.
what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yes, what is your target group that you want to encourage them to participate in this?
I told some of you that there's a good shopping exhibition Sunday, and I hope you enjoy Thailand, and I expect some solid result from this forum.
More than 2,000 years ago. So as a first step, we want to the children is a visit the museum with the object.
The last one.
And perhaps through the science and technology that we have from the scientists can enhance our artifacts to give them more knowledge and appreciate what.
A company, we focus on research and apply technology for culture and tourism, okay? And we have a lot of
ASEAN museums toward achieving science and SDG awareness in the community. So in this case, as you can see from this, our key challenge actually is finding partners from academia and get
information next to the artifact, to explain the science of it. And the second thing is at the moment, so in National Museum Malaysia, so they already have this program that they call Bicara Museum.
Many scientists care about artifacts. I think in Vietnam there are lots of scientists and good scientists, but it's another field, not the history, not the care.
The C, yeah, you just put C at the left corner of the poster. And it would be very nice if you can put the O overcome with the C.
Have a copper or bronze metal experience. And the second, it to make the bronze string and to make some of the products.
The SDG product, and we will target this SDG product is for the student and researcher and also industry and also the participant will be the public. And
the challenge is this time is no evidence. Even we have content is already done by a long time ago, but we have still.
Key challenge, potential solution, key milestone. Resistor, you might think about this. And after you're done with the plan, individual plan for each country.
Forwarding the emails and messages. So I've been wanted to do something about this, but it's really hard to get something done if it's just me by myself.
Solutions. So we cannot think the same ways as before. So looking back at the museum, which is the foundation of our knowledge for the next generation, how can we move with that? Our team come up with a solution to
put on different post-it. And for the O again, you put for the overcome again, you put O at the left corner.
That's everywhere. I think most of you will experience the same thing. And it bothers me so much that everybody started to believe it without even finding like a scientific evidence.
Okay, so those are the resistors we think that might be not so important for us, in a sense. Policymakers, I think they will be potential assistors because we are actually saying.
On this, we will make the one proposal, good proposal for the main concern with our group, and then we will disseminate our informations, our project informations to the social on the social media.
Every year, but in order to sustain this project, we need to discuss virtually. And I believe because our region is ASEAN, it's impossible for us to discuss in person, and that's why we need this kind of platform.
This team network, we have our young scientists or ASEAN network, and we have all our friends here. You already in my records. We will contact you, China. Yeah, you are forced.
Also consider you guys' problems. So we are going to make an online platform for collaboration because we consider the collaborations is the key. Collaboration among scientists, artists, and curators is the key to.
During these competitions, so there will be quiz on the knowledge that they actually gain from this science museum. And the second part of it is actually to have them think of a solution to improve the contents of the museums by engaging AI or robots.
History of museum from Mr. Juan. Okay, so today I feel very interesting and useful. I get a lot of information and new friend. So
it's a program. So use patterns. This is the program that we want to excite the next generations. We want to bring more idea from the younger generation. We look at the 18 years old or less, because now
as a group, maybe a group of 2, a group of 3, or maybe just only you from representing your own country. So you have a piece of paper, like half of this, so you can
scientist network to Malaysia, and also probably ASEAN Young Scientist Network to do 2 things. First, engage scientists in looking into the artifact and explain or provide the science behind the artifact. Like for example, how was it being done?
Individually, as if you're a scientist, if you come from a museum, what can you do in your power to make the things better in terms of encouraging people to learn more about SDG and engage in
for environment, for everything that in making this world very ugly. That's our responsibility, and we as a science museum should be a leader in that issue too. So
between the three entities. So we're trying to mingle and trying to create the ecosystem for them. So then the potential solution is trying to establish the collaboration between the academia, the science, museum, and incubation centers. And
groups to make things better, to communicate a better scientific thinking to the community and to the students who's going to grow up to be a good adult in our community or in our regions. So that's how it started. And during the same time,
descriptive and specific about the concerns. Like, rather than putting, I don't know how to get money, it would be better to put like how to get funding from industries.
Until I joined universities, 2001, I learned about computer. Look at that, how trivial it is. And look at that, the complexity of the problems. You look at the flooding in Bangkok, look at the drought in Cambodia or in Indonesia.
On the content, it's the camping, the camp. But the average in the Vietnam for the camp is the small model is about 4,000 US dollars for one. Yeah, for one. But
and Esther and resistant.
Just put your color.
Yeah.
This is one of the World Cultural Heritage. So we are going to increase the historical awareness and with the mix with the science, but not only about the promoting, but the conservation is also a lack of development.
Of the young power of ASEAN. As I always mention, that ASEAN will be a key player in the world economy in the next couple of years. So it is a good chance for us to tie together, to come together, and work together as one.
Starbucks teddy bear from my is already by on the mark. So there's many things to buy from the museum. Yeah, and look at the Lego. Everyone got a Lego now, so it's kind of the creating.
To organize an annual game or competition that is very happening, that set a platform to bring all the stakeholders and people together. So our target, of course, is a general population. So those who can take part are actually school children. So we are not looking into like 100 or 200, probably like
our jaw as well, who hold a lot of financial support in somehow, and also the ASEAN YSN, Ministry of Education, School Network, and higher education in university network in the lower northern parts of Thailand as well.
Make importance on the idea, how will it work it out, and we will have some knowledge awareness programs on the museum related with the SDG and science, and we will have the benefits for all the participatory.
Here is a sound picture. And the first is the museum guide. The guide all the children to visit the museum, and some object is the tool and the utensil. It's a house different. It's a material.
Only for collection. When I come to Thailand, it's quite different. So that's why we apply this project for museum in Vietnam, and after that we can multiply to apply to other countries. I think it will be efficient.
Anyone who want to join us for dinner tonight? Raise your hands if you're joining us for dinner tonight. Who want to go shopping? maybe after dinner. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. And
to have set the recommendations for our group, and then we will make some activities on our recommendations, and then we will have some representative group from from different university
increase, and we are having problems with putting the artifacts. And then the third one is ignorance and uninterested culture. Our culture in Brunei, it's very difficult for us to bring the community to go to museum. So
they have a startup on green technology. The one in each country they have a competition similar,
yes.
And then the winner will go to Silicon Valley for pitching there. Yeah. But they have to use a lot of money for each country to develop that one. And then the price for each country is like 1 million baht.
It's not only hard to visualize but hard to pronounce. So I think you need to get a new catchphrase. Yeah. So it is not like the previous group, which is internet portal. Yeah. But this is more on the site.
On the site.
You're inviting them to come.
Yes.
So and then you have events and games and hackathon and things like that.
And to do so, we also need to put some effort on that. After you go back to your country, is it possible for you to pair up your people from science, from Young Scientist Group and people from museum? Freshen up your idea that you have proposed today, make it a good proposal, send it back to us, and we will try to find some award